Good evening, everyone. My name is Vernisha Jones, and I am the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. And we believe that we are the solution to the violence in our community. Our theme is nothing with us, without us. The West Garfield Park Youth Council is sponsored by Fathers Who Care, which is a nonprofit organization located on the west side of Chicago within the West Garfield Park community. Again, everyone, my name is Vernisha Jones, and I am the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. The West Garfield Park Youth Council is comprised of 15 young people from the community whose focus and concern is youth leadership and voice within the community to reduce senseless violence and illegal substance use. We invite people from all over, especially youth, to come out and see what we're all about. Our show will be scheduled every Thursday at 7 p.m. Again, that is every Thursday at 7 p.m. We would like to encourage callers from people watching to call in with your questions and comments at 312-738-1060. Again, that number is 312-738-1060. Our show can also be viewed online at www.cantv.org/live. Again, that is www.cantv.org/live. Well, everyone, I know you noticed this very bright and intelligent young lady is sitting inside of me. Instead of me introducing her, I will allow her to do the pleasure of introducing herself.
All right. Hi, everyone. How are you? Thanks for inviting me here tonight. I am Chanel Washington, and I am a doula. And I'm here to talk to you guys about that tonight and amongst some other things. Okay,
because I was hoping to ask you what is a doula. Okay, thank you for being a guest on tonight's show. Again, everyone, I'm Vernisha Jones, the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council, and you're watching a live interactive call-in program brought to you by CanTV 21. During the next 25 minutes, we are going to discuss the topic of should we legalize cannabis, marijuana for recreational use in the state of Illinois, and the understanding of your purpose of existing. Okay? And, of course, the doula thing that you know now. I invite our viewers watching to call in with your questions and comments at 312-738-1060. Again, that number is 312-738-1060. Our phone lines are now open. So today's topic is should we legalize cannabis and marijuana for recreational use and the purpose for existing. But before we start that, I want to ask you, can you explain to everybody what this doula thing is?
Yes. So doula is basically somebody who is helping a woman in labor and delivery. We're an advocate for women in labor. We're an advocate for women that's pregnant, before and after pregnancy. We are their support system. We are their advocate in the hospital, in their meetings with their with their nurses and their doctors, the pediatricians. We are there to support and advocate for them during that time. We work hand in hand with midwives. We work hand in hand with nurses. We're the ones that get together birth plans and ask you those questions that you might not know about, or you have questions about. We're that person that you come to for informational support and support all around.
Okay, I didn't even know what that was. Okay. I thought it was just the person that, I thought you were saying you were somebody that like birth people and they do it at the house and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do. I've had one home birth. I've had over 40 births that I've had helped with, one including a home birth. But yes, like I said, I work hand in hand with midwives. So that is a time where I would go in at a home birth and work with a midwife and help that mom help give out her baby. I am not the person to, I'm a catcher. I'm a baby catcher. I don't do anything clinical with the mom, or I don't do any fetal heart checks. I don't do any heart rate checks. I don't do any perineal checks or anything like that. Everything that a doula does is non-clinical work. So, like I said, I'm there for
basically keeping them calm and stuff.
Keeping them calm, soothing them. We're trained in counter pressure techniques. We're trained in a lot of positions to help them soothe them during that process.
Okay. Well, since you're talking about that, because you look pretty young, and I'm sure a lot of people are wondering how old are you and stuff like that. Can you tell our audience who are you personally and what is your purpose for existing?
Of course. So, like I said, I'm Chanel Washington. I am 22 years old. I have been involved in doula care and doula work since probably middle school. I was always in healthcare careers, camps with Northwestern, with Triton College. So I've always been involved with Loyola as well throughout middle school and high school. And I was always in programs outside of high school that just made sure that I was on the right path. my purpose of existing, I'm still figuring that out. I'm only 22 years old. But I do have a sense on where I want to go. And that is with my doula work, that is helping others, that is nurturing women, that is just making sure that I am being that person of comfort when I'm needed.
So are you in school or?
I took a break from school. I did go to Wilberforce University. It's a private HBCU in Ohio. That was my goal. I always wanted to go to a HBCU. I took a break because it was some things that I just needed to get right. But with my doula work, I knew that I couldn't just stay and be at home, so I had to find work. So that's when I got really focused on my doula work, and I went into trainings, and I started right away, actually. I started in April of 2017. So I've been doing it for a little bit over 2 years, just about 2 years. And like I said, I've had over 40 births, one including a home birth. My goal this year is to get back involved more, but more so at the home births. I like the setting of being able to be free. I feel like hospital births restrict you a lot and lie to you, unfortunately. And with me and with my midwives that I do know, or other nurses and doulas that I do know, we work hand in hand. So I'm always willing to help and as much as possible.
That was perfect. I really like everything you said. So we're going to try to kick in right into the conversation about and if anybody have any questions about anything she said or have any information or want any information about anything she said during the TV show, she's going to give you could give everybody your little information, whatever information. If you got a website,
my email address. If you're looking for a doula, want any information, if you are a doula just starting out or just have any questions, my email is take.care.doulas@gmail.com. There's a period in between those. So that's take.care.gmail.com.
So if you didn't get that and you need her information, you can contact us at 773-287-5821. Again, that number is 773-287-5821 for any information about her, what she does.
Of course.
Okay, so our first question, starting off with our conversation. Should we legalize marijuana for recreational use in the state of Illinois?
Okay.
Why?
So I don't necessarily agree with that. There are a lot of incarcerated men and women in jail right now that shouldn't be, that are on charges that are very light. And my main focus is making sure that they can get off before we try and legalize something that's so small. If it's so small, why are black men and black women in jail for something that you want to legalize? And there's people in there that's been doing over 20 years for maybe less than a gram. So it's like, I see what you want to do. It's a multi-million-dollar business, but it's not being done in the correct way. So that's why I don't agree with it. If you want to do that, I feel like you should allow those families to have their family back.
That sounds pretty smart. So you don't think they would try to do something like that after legalizing it, or?
It's possible, but
I think
we're also we're talking about the government, and it might take a while, of course. So I definitely don't agree with it, and especially with the youth, there's so much drugs that's already out, and that's killing our youth. And I think we should just focus on making sure that who is in jail, that shouldn't be in jail, can have their sentence lowered, or a new lawyer or somebody on their team to help them to get out, especially if it's nothing so serious, if you're going to legalize marijuana. Okay.
So dealing with your being a doula, what is the hardest thing you had to deal with while being one?
I would just say balancing everything, because there's been times where I've had multiple clients in a month, and I just needed to make sure that this birth plan was going to the correct parent, and my meetings and my prenatal visits were on time and efficient, and I was giving everybody their time. Having 3 to 4 clients can be very tedious a month. So my thing is balance, but I'm working on that. But I haven't had too many complaints about it. That's just a personal that I need to work on. I definitely see that I need to work on balancing out everybody's time.
Wow. So how do you okay, I see you're a doula and you went through trainings for it.
Yes.
How did you get involved with a lot of people to be able to have a clientele, or basically it's basically like a business.
Right.
How did you go about that?
Right. So after training, the good thing is there were agencies that came to my last day of training, and Chicago Volunteer Doulas was the ones that stuck out to me the most. So I've been with them since I started, and with them, they actually give you an opportunity to be on their website. You put your bio out, you give your information out to them, and they actually give you clients. You can also be a traditional client, which is what I do, which means basically a private doula. So if you are outside of the 8 hospitals that Chicago Volunteers doulas work with, you can always, they always come in and make sure that you can get a doula, whether we're not in those 8 different hospitals or not.
Okay, cool. I see we have a caller, then we're going to jump right back into the conversation.
Okay, sounds good.
Hello, caller. Question or comment? Hello?
I have a question.
Yes.
What are the upsides and downsides to legalizing marijuana?
I'm sorry.
What are the basically pros and cons of legalizing marijuana?
I definitely think the drug rate will go up. The crime, especially. I really do need to focus more on the news and what's going on.
Me too, but I don't watch it.
But I definitely, like I said, I don't agree with legalizing something and there's people in jail that shouldn't be in jail. So that's where I'm at with that. Pros and cons, I would have to do my homework.
I feel the same as
I would have to do my homework. I would have to say I do not watch enough news. So today is actually my first time hearing about to legalize it. I heard about it,
I think on Facebook.
But just knowing that it's here and it's a stamp on it, I need to do my work a little bit more.
Yeah. Because I feel like it's like you said. I feel like it'll make a good it will be something.
And it's just
not
money.
Good, but
it's money.
It'll be. People won't be going to jail for it no more. As you
Right.
clearly say, it's something simple that people going to jail for that shouldn't. That'd be a pro because people won't be going to jail for stuff that small.
Right.
Like I feel like jail should only be for major crimes.
Exactly.
Especially the time they give people for that type of stuff is ridiculous. And like you said, they need to have a program set to what they finna do with the people that's already incarcerated for if y'all finna make it legal.
Of course, and it's a business. It's money, and if with our black men, like I said, it's money. So if they can keep them locked up, that's good on their end, but that's not right. It's not just. Mm-hmm. So we should definitely try our hardest to definitely work on getting them out before we try and legalize something like that.
Okay. So what advice would you give to a young or older person that doesn't quite know what career field they want to pursue?
I would say get involved with everything. See what you like, see what you don't like. Whether you think it's crazy or weird, I say just jump for it because you never know what you like until you try it out. That's what I would definitely say. There's a lot of things that I have outside of my doula work, and I'm still trying to see what else is there that I like, whether it's a hobby, whether it might be another profession. But I definitely just say go for it all and see what works best for you. What do you like? What don't you like? And see what works for you. It's definitely something out there for everybody to find their calling and find what makes them happy.
And before we take this next caller, I wanted to ask you, so what other things are you interested in? Because you seem like you're more into anything to help anybody.
Of course.
So basically, what other things are you interested in?
Of course. So I am a model and I am a singer. I am an actress as well. So I have been working towards those goals of mine. Whether I have a photo shoot with a photographer, whether I have a show or anything, I'm always just trying to stay active and stay on top of things because it's not just one talent that I have. That's why I say just go for it. If you have a feeling for something, just try it out, see what it can do for you.
Okay, that sounds what's up. You look like the model type. So. Good, I asked that question. And I see we have a caller. We're gonna take this next caller.
Okay.
Hello, caller. Question or comment?
What are the consequences you have to face as a doula?
Can you repeat that?
What are the consequences you have to face as a doula?
Heard it.
Yes, the consequences that I have to take as a doula. Consequences. I've had clients that didn't call me on their birth when they were delivering a baby, so that was a consequence. And on my end, I felt like because I wanted to be there, I wanted to help them. It was a situation where it was just like it was just too fast for her. So it wasn't anybody's fault, but I would have loved to not miss that birth. Another consequence, this never happened to me, but it happened to other doulas. There are situations where the babies just don't make it, and that's a consequence on on both parties, on me as the doula, on the nurse part, on the doctor's part, on the family's part. And that's just something that we would have to deal with at that time. Like I said, I've had doula friends that have dealt with that, but I haven't dealt with that. But that would be one of the consequences with that, with being a doula and trying to figure out how could I make that situation better in some way, shape, or form, with giving her, help with a therapist, or just trying to have her with a group of other moms that's going through the same thing. But I would just try my best to just be there as much as possible, because I know a situation like that is very hard to deal with. So my goal was just to make sure that I'm just there for her.
So can you share with our audience some programs or any services that you was blessed to be a part of, or any services that have helped you for young people that are looking to go in the same field, or just looking to have mentors and stuff like that?
Definitely. So I believe middle school I was involved in, middle school through high school I was involved with Metro, and it's a program downtown. I was also involved with Leaders of Tomorrow, and that was more so of high school. But Metro was an after-school program for women. There's also one for men as well. It was across the street, but I can't remember the name of that. But Metro was for women, and they basically are just a group of beautiful women who want to support and mentor young women to help them get on the right path. They take you on field trips. They allow you to try those different things out. I was just trying to help somebody else and see what suits them. They're definitely available to help you in that way. And like I said, it's an after-school program, so it's about 3 to 4 nights a week. They also give you homework, but it's not homework like school. It's actually to see what you're good at and help you and mold you into the woman that you need to be. And Leaders of Tomorrow was more so of the same thing, just full of mentors, just full of people making sure that you're on everything that you need to be on. Whether if it was basketball practice, or whether you just needed to, put your grades up, whether you needed just anything, they were always there to help. So I really appreciated being a part of those programs throughout my middle and high school years.
I honestly feel like that's something that we lack in our community,
Yes.
programs for young people to go to and,
Yes.
Be able to have mentors and stuff
Yes.
around.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of programs for young people to go to, we have the West Garfield Park Youth Council that meets every Monday from 4:30 to 6:30 at 4540 West Washington. Once again, that's every Monday at 4:30 to 6:30 at 4540 West Washington. You can contact us at 773-287-5821. Again, that number is 773-287-5821 for any information about that program. And I see we have another caller.
Hi,
Hello, caller, question or comment?
Hi.
Hi, this is actually a comment. This is Chanel's mom. Hi, Chanel.
Hi.
I say that you are doing a phenomenal job. Super proud of you for your doula work, the work that you're doing with your singing with Nellie Chanel as an actress. You are doing your thing, so just keep up the great work, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Love you.
Love you.
So if anyone is watching and that needs counseling or any of your support, what would you say to them?
If you need my support, just contact me. But I would definitely just say keep going. I just wrote a song and it's called Keep Going, and that's literally what it is. It's just telling you whatever you're going through, whatever struggles you feel, whatever fear you have, just to keep going, because there is literally a light at the end of the tunnel, and the best is yet to come for everybody. We don't have to sit here and struggle. We don't have to just sit here and be depressed. We don't have to be a part of the last generation. We can change everything, and the world is literally in our hands. So we literally have every right to be a lawyer, to be a doctor, to be the president. So my goal is to just make sure I can spread that around the world and to the youth, especially back into my community. And I'm still learning. I'm still going as well. But I know that if I continue to go, I will get to where I want to be.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Everybody, you saying singer, somebody called saying singer. I really want to hear you sing. But we're gonna leave that for another show or whatever the case may be. Or do you want to sing a line for us?
Sure. I'll sing Keep Going. I just had a performance.
I was going to ask that because you know you said
I'll
it,
sing Keep Going. I just had a performance at Promontory. No one's ever heard it but that crowd. I actually performed with the violinist that night. So that was pretty cool. So the song is, you gotta keep going, you gotta keep growing, you gotta keep glowing. I know that it could be tough, I know that it could be rough. Let me tell you, I know the pain. Had to hold myself through all the rain. And that's about it.
You gonna have to tell us where we can find it on SoundCloud, iTunes, whatever you know you're getting up there.
I will.
Well, thank you everyone for calling in tonight, everyone for your questions and comments. Tonight our guest was Miss Chanel Washington, and we were discussing the topic of her profession, doula. That's
Doula.
Doula.
D-O-U-L-A. Doula.
Okay. Y'all know, y'all heard it.
Doula.
Okay, and we would like to thank our viewers for calling and watching our show. For additional information about our youth council, you can contact us at 773-287-5821. And thank you, and tune in next week, same time, same station, for our guest, her mother, Darcelle Washington.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye.